Unfortunate Jaguar news broke today, and that is that kicker Josh Lambo has been placed on the injured reserve. Now, injured reserve in years outside of 2020 is a really scary word because generally if you're put on the IR, that means that your season is over. However, in the last couple of years, they have modified the way the IR works. As of the last couple of years, every year you're allowed to place 2 players on the IR and with the return designation. The return designation allows them return after 8 games. However, this year with the new COVID placements, now you have unlimited IR spots, and every IR spot you have the chance to return. And in addition to that, the time that you can return is moved from 8 weeks to 3 weeks. So Josh Lambo, at the very least, will miss 3 games for the Jaguars. So Josh Lambo will essentially be out for the upcoming Dolphins game, then the Bengals game, then an AFC South rival, the Texans, and he is eligible to return for the Detroit Lions game. Now, it really sucks because Lambo is a great kicker, and it just happened to come off of a game where I guess it just wasn't so good. I mean, there's been horrible. It wasn't a good game from Josh Lambo's standpoint just because he botched a power kick at the end of halftime, which I more so blame on the coaching staff than Josh Lambo, but that's neither here nor there. And he also missed an extra point. But he's such a good kicker though, man. He has never missed a field goal inside of TIAA Bank Field. And we know around the NFL, we see such bad kicking out there. And now we're going to really be at risk, especially if these games are close. Because I'm worried, man. Because there's a lot of kickers. Pretty much, there's so many kickers out there that can make kicks within 50 yards. But we don't know how people are mentally, because it's all a mental game, man. That's how kickers are. If they're mentally strong, if they don't, fear up to pressure, then they're able to make kicks. I mean, you even remember Roberto Aguayo. He was an extremely good kicker over there for Florida State, and then he goes to the NFL, and then he was just like horrible. It's not that he forgot how to kick, it's just that mentally he just wasn't there. So the Jaguars have now promoted a guy by the name of Brandon Wright, and he will be serving as a Jaguars kicker for the next 3 games. Now, first sight of this kicker, he looks a little bit crazier. He looks crazier than me wearing this t-shirt right now. He kind of looks like a serial killer, but I'm going to let that slide, and let's see how he kicks. When I was kind of looking up some information about him, he was an undrafted rookie free agent out of Georgia State. And in his senior year, he went 12 for 18 on field goal attempts. So it's not really much of a ringing endorsement when it comes to his kicking ability during games last year. But Doug Rohn felt really strong about him, and he felt good enough about him to really give him a practice squad spot. So, while Josh Lambo is injured, he's going to be in here. And interesting enough, Josh Lambo, this isn't the first time he's mysteriously become injured. Back in 2018, Kai Forbath actually played the last 3 games for the Jaguars because Josh Lambo was injured. So he's no stranger to really the injury bug. So really, we'll see how it goes. Honestly, my dream scenario, and this might sound crazy, but what if this kicker comes in here and makes all of his kicks? Makes every single one of his kicks that he has. Let's say he goes 8 for 8 in the next 3 games and doesn't miss an extra point. This guy, I remember back in 2018, I believe was a year, the Ravens in their training camp, or not training camp, but preseason, had a guy by the name, with the last name of Vedvik. He killed it during the preseason, and the Vikings actually gave up a 5th round pick for that player. If this guy goes in there and makes all his kicks, we might actually be able to return some draft capital for him. Not that the Jaguars really need any, but it would be cool to kind of get some kind of return for a kind of placement guy in place of Josh Lambo. But that's being super optimistic. I just hope this guy can make kicks. I hope he's all there mentally, because his senior year, 12 for 18, that's not very good. It's definitely not deserving of an NFL spot. And, he did that for a school called Georgia State, where it's not really much pressure. And this guy's going into his very first game, is going to be a primetime game. So it makes me nervous. But I think kickers all around the NFL make me nervous. But yeah, that's what's going on with the Jaguars. Josh Lambo has been placed on IR. He will miss at least 3 games, and he will definitely be missed. But some other injury notes: Brandon Linder went down on Sunday with a knee injury, and then honestly, whenever a player goes down and they're touching their knee, I get worried, and I just automatically assume it's an ACL or something, and they're out for the year. But he's day to day, so we got pretty lucky with that one. And DJ Chark is questionable for Thursday, so because he got hit pretty hard on the deep ball that he took. But other than that, man, we're pretty clean on the health sheet, so hopefully it kind of stays that way, and hopefully the Jaguars go out there tomorrow and get a win. So with all that said, thank you for watching. Shout out to all the members of the channel. You can follow me on social media on the links down below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.